What's up, everybody? My name is Taj and I'm your student housing mentor. In today's video, we're going to talk about some things that are super imperative for running this business, any business, and running your life. And that's actually this. You have to become the type of person that is able to do the things necessary to have what you want to have. So do, have. You can't have until you do the stuff that allows you to have the stuff. And you can't do the stuff until you are or you become the person able to do the things. So if you look around your life right now and you see that you don't have because you're not doing, it really starts with you, which is what I want to talk about today. So in this student housing journey that I'm taking you on, that I'm exposing all the secrets behind on how thousands of families are eating off of this real estate investing niche, it requires some serious integrity, right? And that doesn't just mean integrity with the people that you're working with and being honest, which is a major part of it. It also comes down to integrity of when you get a rent check, actually putting it where it needs to be and allocating that money so that it's taking care of unforeseen maintenance or planned maintenance or bills and not going places that it shouldn't go in terms of your personal life. Yes, you should take profits. Yes, you should pay yourself. Of course, that's the point of business. But what I'm saying is if you have an outstanding phone bill for $700, don't take one of your rent checks and just wipe it out and say, oh yeah, I know that I'm making profits, so it'll all work out. No, that's not what this is about. That's not how you run a business. If you can't run your life efficiently and effectively, then just don't even go into business, because you can't succeed until you become the person that can and can do the things in order to have what it is that you're aiming to have. So I'm going to keep saying that because it's so important and it's so true and so simple at the same time. So the other thing that we have to make sure that we become in the midst of being a student housing master, right? We have to have not only integrity, but we have to be honest. And again, this is not just with your clients. You have to be honest with yourself. When you're setting your prices for your rooms, you have to be honest about, okay, I know my mortgage is X amount, but also what do my bills look like? Okay, I know my bills are going to be this much on average per month, but what does my maintenance cost look like? All right, let's account into these things realistically so that I'm not cutting myself short. Because the worst thing you want to happen is your income, whatever that amount is, to completely wipe out or be wiped out by your expenses, and you're left with absolutely nothing. That is not what we want. We're in business to make money, but we're also here to serve people. So if you have to be honest with yourself about why you're even starting your student housing journey or your business journey or your personal development journey or your new relationship journey, it doesn't matter what it is. Be honest about your true intentions, because that is going to be what carries you to see through what it is that you're doing, right? I recently just got married. I'm not wearing my ring right now, but if I didn't have the intentions to marry my wife now from the beginning of our relationship, which is what I told her actually, that then we wouldn't even be here. So I just give that as an example. But back to who you need to become in order to run your student housing properties or property the way that you should, is you have to be open-minded. Now, that seems like such a cliche term, but I'm going to give you some very specific examples from being in the student housing niche myself. So, an open mind in student housing can look like this. We just did a cash out refinance on a property. We just acquired all this cash, tax-free. What are we going to do with it, right? We can reinvest into our property, so now we can charge higher rents, but also because we're providing a better service, a more comfortable space. We're making these renovations. This is going to be something that does take from us, but in the long run is going to give back to us thousands of times over, hundreds of times over. That takes an open mind and a well-rounded team to make a decision like that, because it's imperative that you don't just become a slumlord. That's not what this student housing is about. And there are a lot of people, unfortunately, that treat it as such. But we are people of integrity. We're honest and we're open-minded to actually serve the people that it is that we are providing housing to. And that's what this is really about. And this is why I want to teach people how to operate and manage and own in this niche, because out of the hundreds of people, thousands of people across the country and world that are doing it, I know a large percentage of them. I won't even say a large, but there is a percentage that are just in it for the money. And that is not why we're here. If you're in it for the money, then just don't even take my course. But if you're serious about learning this niche of real estate and actually applying these rules and this blueprint that I'm laying out for you, then I can virtually guarantee that you will be successful, but also that you'll become a better version of yourself in the process. When I first started out, I went from being a student renting a property to the co-owner with my family, and then being the property manager / landlord, all from one transaction. So I was living there, became the landlord to my friends, but now I'm collecting their rent checks. So I had to become, or I was already and in the process of becoming, a person that was able to now manage people, manage relationships. You're stepping into business, you're stepping into property management. All of that requires you to become a certain type of individual. How do you respond and react when somebody's late or on a payment, or when somebody's ringing your phone at 2 a.m. because the toilet's clogged or you got locked out? And of course, that's not going to be everybody's situation, because I teach you in my course how to actually set these things up where you always have your bases covered and you're the one that's not being inconvenienced. But getting back to you, I think this is good enough for now, but you have to become the person that you need to in order to do the things to have the things that you want to have. And this is not just material things. If you want to be wise, that requires something. If you want to be closer in your relationship with God, that requires something. If you want to have a wildly successful business, whether it's in student housing, real estate, or not, it requires you to become and to do certain things. So that's what I wanted to talk to you all about this video. Here again is Taj, your student housing mentor, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right. Love you guys.